Good evening. We are live. Hello. Welcome to Reiki Live. My name is Kerri Wade, and I am an Usui Reiki Master Teacher and a Karuna Reiki Practitioner here in the Arizona area, the Phoenix area of Arizona, where it's cool and mild and just wonderful weather right now. Not. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. I do these lives every Tuesday night, and I send out some free Reiki energy for anybody who hops on, who is wanting to receive it, and there's really nothing for you to do except for set an intention. So we're just going to wait for a few people to get on. My friend Jennifer Douglas is back, and she's helping me tonight. God bless her. She just got back in town yesterday after a vacation in New Hampshire. I wanted to say New Hampshire, but it's not New Hampshire. New Hampshire. And so thank you, Jennifer, for pitching in. I know you are exhausted and probably need to rest, but I really appreciate your help. If you are here in the Phoenix area, Jennifer has a thermography business. It's called East Valley Thermography. And she does the thermographic imaging, which is a beautiful radiation-free technique for imaging. And so, you know what? Again, tonight, I'm not seeing comments and stuff as people pop on. Oh, wait, there's Kristen. I see Kristen. Hi, Kristen. I don't know. Sometimes it's funny. It doesn't show me the comments, and that's kind of frustrating for me. But anyway, so thank you, Jennifer. And anybody who is interested in learning more about thermography, I try to share some of her posts here on my page. You can also go follow her page, which is EV Thermography on Facebook. Just type in EV Thermography, and you can follow her posts as well. She posts some really interesting things on there, and it's really a fabulous technology. If you are looking for an alternative to having radiation-based imaging, including mammograms. And so there's no trauma to the breast, which in and of itself can be cancer-causing. And breast cancer cells can be detected 8 to 10 years earlier than on a mammogram. That's really amazing if you think about it. So anyway, we're going to do some Reiki tonight, and I have to share a little story. I had another fall this weekend. I had a fall about 35 days ago where I fell backwards into a block wall. I stepped backwards and stepped onto a boulder next to my pool and went backwards. And then I had another fall on Sunday morning, walking into the yoga studio for my practicums for the Yoga Nidra. And I wasn't hurt either time, thank God, other than some bruises and bumps, and I did have a little sprained wrist the time before. But I wasn't hurt, but I've just been really, really achy the last couple of days. And being my second fall, and being that I'm not exactly a spring chicken anymore, you kind of start to think about this, like, why is this happening to me? That's really unusual. That shouldn't be happening. And, I'm just been kind of achy and not really feeling good, kind of feeling tired and that sort of thing. And so this afternoon when I did my meditation, I heard loud and clear, "You're dehydrated." I thought, well, that's silly. I drink a lot of water. Well, I don't think I do. I don't think I've been drinking as much water as normal now that I'm starting to think about it. And so, anyway, if you see me taking drinks of water tonight, that's why I've been trying to keep myself really hydrated this afternoon. Here in the desert, it's really, really important. I mean, we have zero humidity here. Okay, maybe 4 or 5%, but almost none. Hi, Glenda Clark Wade. So anyway, I thought that was kind of an interesting awareness, and I will be watching it very closely here for the next few days. So, let me tell you about Yoga Nidra for a second, okay? This is just so wonderful. I have one more day of practicums, and then I will have my certification for Yoga Nidra. And this fall I'm doing the advanced training. I'll be finished with that the first part of October. This has been life-changing for me. And so if you don't know what Yoga Nidra is, because a lot of people I know don't know, I think you're going to be hearing more and more about it. Just like, a few years ago, a lot of people hadn't really heard much about yoga. Now there are yoga studios on every corner. Yoga Nidra, it is a yogic practice, but Yoga Nidra actually means yogic sleep. And it is a meditation practice. Hi, Mark, how are you? Mark can tell you about Yoga Nidra. He and I started doing Yoga Nidra together a few years ago at Soy. And anyway, Yoga Nidra is a very deep meditation where we guide you down to a really deep place. And it's a little bit different. You're laying down flat on your back, you're still, so you're not doing poses and things like that, other than maybe a little bit at the beginning just to kind of move some energy around in your body when needed. You're laying down, you're very still, and we use a series of like body awarenesses and breathing techniques that just lead you down to this really still, quiet, beautiful place. And people who have a hard time meditating are able to do this. It's amazing. If you have a very busy mind and you can't slow down, hi Madeline, welcome. Yoga Nidra is amazing. It will slow down those thoughts. Our thoughts never completely shut off. Well, maybe they do for, a guru who sits on a mountain 24 hours a day, but for most of us, we can't ever get our thoughts to completely shut down. But what happens is in Yoga Nidra, we stop identifying with them. And people, Madeline, I know you have practiced transcendental meditation for years. I do transcendental meditation, and I find that this drops me like a rock. Yoga Nidra drops me like a rock even faster than the transcendental meditation, because with transcendental, it takes a lot of practice. Any kind of meditation takes a lot of practice. But Yoga Nidra just drops me there. And I've done it so much now and so many times that I can seriously take a deep breath and drop right into that space. And I know that's the goal of transcendental meditation too, but sometimes it takes years before you can get to that place. So this is so beautiful especially for beginners who are just learning to meditate, or people who don't want to step on my dog is laying right underneath my foot here. I don't want to step on his head. People who want to meditate because they know it's so good for them, but they have a really hard time, because we all kind of have this misconception that we have to turn off our thoughts. Our brains have to be quiet, we have to be in total silence, blah, 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 blah. Well, your thoughts become background noise, okay? It's like you know that there's something going on out there, but you're not talking back to your thoughts anymore. That's how I like to explain it. So it's a really amazing practice. And I am offering private sessions in that. It can be combined with Reiki. We can do a back-to-back session. I've also now got Reiki infused Yoga Nidra, where we start off with a short Reiki session, and I continue to transmit the Reiki as we do the Yoga Nidra. And it's really amazing. I'm doing sessions in people's homes. So, you invite your girlfriends over, invite your friends to come over, bring their pillow and their blanket. We're going to lay on the floor. We're going to do Yoga Nidra, and it's so much fun. I'm really working, and my next goal now really is to try to get into more places of business, because this is a fantastic employee wellness program. It reduces stress, it increases all of your good hormones that you want, the oxytocin, the serotonin, the melatonin, GABA, HGH, those anti-aging hormones that we all really want. And it reduces your cortisol. It balances the left and right side of the brain. Also, with PTSD and trauma, what can happen is that our prefrontal lobe of our brain can actually shrink. When we've been through something very traumatic, or we hold on to that trauma, if we suffer from PTSD, that prefrontal lobe, I can't say it, but this part of your brain up here actually shrinks. And yoga nidra, practice consistently, can help regrow that part of your brain. Isn't that amazing? This stuff it just blows me away with how powerful it is. And the type of yoga nidra that I practice, it's actually called Amrit, the Amrit method. And it also is effective in the way that hypnotherapy is, because we can plant an intention. And we do that at the beginning and at the deepest part of the yoga nidra, and also at the end. Hi, Sarah Barrett, a fellow nidra practitioner. And Terry Ann, hi, welcome. And so I'm seeing who's popping on, but I'm not seeing your comments, so I'm so sorry. Rhonda, hello from Boise. Oh God, I have been having Idaho dreams for the last week, Rhonda. I want to come visit sometime soon, I hope. Anyway, this is called the Amrit method of yoga nidra. And Yogi Amrit Desai has a wonderful quote that I wanted to share, because this is about stress and how we create stress ourselves, right? Nothing is a problem until you decide there's a problem. It's brilliant, right? I love that. Our problems are all self-created. And in yoga nidra, we can interrupt that process just by, where we go with that. So anyway, it's just by its nature, it drops us into a very allowing space. Learning to rest as the sky makes it much easier to let events arise as they do and just be with them. Just be with it. Don't have to fight it. We can just allow it. It's reality. We can't change reality. So, if you have a delayed flight, for example, or maybe you come out of the grocery store and somebody's put a ding in your car. You can't change that. It is what it is. We can only change how we react to that. And we can come at it from a more relaxed place so that we don't get ourselves all stressed out. Because, if you think, let's say you're just coming back from summer vacation. A lot of people on vacation right now. And you're coming back from summer vacation. And you've been at the beach and drinking little fruity drinks with umbrellas in them. And you've been pampered for a whole week. You've had spa treatments. You've got to relax. You've had fun with your family. Whatever it may be. And, you're kind of like this, okay? You're just relaxed. So you go back to work the next day and you take on a little bit of stress, and you kind of start feeling like this, okay? You guys all see my hand. The kids get in trouble at school. You got to call from the school. You got to run to the school, pick up your kid. You're not very happy about that. You get home and there's water all over the floor because your dishwasher now has a leak. Okay, I'm coming up with a really crappy day back to work here, right? So you have to go back to the office because you have a staff meeting in the afternoon and you have to be there. It's required. So you go back to the office. Boss has got a new project for you, but it has to be done in a certain amount of time. And you see what's happening as we get, we started out like this, and now, the end of the day we're like this. And the next day it's worse, and the next day it's worse. And pretty soon, this is just how we are naturally. We are just wrapped up. And what happens, like with chronic stress, is that we don't even know. We no longer even know that this is how we are. It becomes the new norm. And so we don't do anything about it. We think it's just life, I just have so much to do. I have to do all these things, blah, blah, blah. And we just live with it. It becomes chronic. And then our bodies start to break down. We get sick. We start having aches and pains that start happening, disease that comes about. Some people just will start having panic attacks or go into that place where they just can hardly get out of bed. Maybe some depression sets in. And so it's really important that we balance our tension and our relaxation. And most of us just live with this all the time, not with this. So if we can balance it, and live a life that's more like this, then we can keep our health. We can enjoy our lives more. We will have more contentment in our life, more peace, less conflict. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you again, my friend. And so, that's why it's so important to do things like Reiki and yoga nidra, the meditation. Do some kind of meditation. Start small. Even if you only do 5 minutes a day, start there. That's okay. It's a practice. We build up to it. Yoga nidra is a great way to kickstart it, though, let me tell you. And do some of these things that help you to bring that balance back into your life so that you aren't running on empty or running your car in overdrive, I always say, all the time. So anyway, just wanted to share a little bit about that. Now on to some Reiki. So what is Reiki? Reiki is an energy. We work with the energy system of your body. Everything is made up of energy, as the brilliant Mr. Einstein told us. And Reiki is translated from Japanese is universal life force energy. Universal is the Rei. Some people also translate that as from God, from heaven, spiritual. And Ki is the life force energy. We all have life force energy running through us. Okay, that's what powers us. In China, they call it Qi, which you've probably heard of, like Tai Chi. And in India, they call it prana. I think, taking yoga nidra now, I think I'm part of the tribe. I love it. So anyway, it is called prana in India. And so it's that life force energy that runs through us. And in times of stress and, when we're go, or when we are suffering from any kind of disease or illness, that is when that life force energy starts to fade. Okay? It starts to get jammed up. Our chakras start to get off balance. They start to slow down. And we are not running full bore like we should, like our bodies should. I mean, our bodies are built to last much, much longer than they actually do. But with our lifestyles, it's kind of hard for them to continue on as long as they really were meant to go. And so Reiki is the energy attunement is passed from a Reiki master to a student. And basically, we are just being attuned to this energy through our chakra systems, through our energy system by our Reiki master. It's a very old practice that has been passed down from teacher to teacher. It's something that is believed to have been around for thousands of years. It was sort of rediscovered in like the early 1900s by Dr. Mikao Usui. That's where the Usui Reiki comes from. And, it started off as being passed from Dr. Usui to somebody else, and then to somebody else. And now there are Reiki teachers all over it, and we all pretty much feel like the more people that we have that can do this, that can share Reiki energy with each other, the better we all are. And so there is no such thing as competition when it comes to Reiki, not in my opinion. We all have a gift, and there's plenty of need for all of us. So I'm going to send you some Reiki energy. What you need to do at this point is very difficult. Nothing. You don't have to do anything. If you want to set an intention, you are certainly welcome to. Reiki starts at the spiritual level. That's where it heals from first. And you can set your intention for anything physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, anywhere where you feel like you need a little extra boost. The energy is always going to go where it's needed first. So even though we set an intention, it's going to go where it is needed the most. Like I say, it starts at the spiritual level, the root level. Just like in Yoga Nidra, when we plant our intention, that's at that bliss body level, okay? It's like the root of everything. And so I would invite you just to go ahead and settle in, and let's just kind of bring our energy down a little bit. I've been like really tired all day. I went to a networking event this evening, but right before this, and I don't know, I just kind of got re-energized once I got ready to start doing my live here tonight. So I feel like I'm going blah, blah, blah. I do that sometimes, sorry. So if you would, just close your eyes and just allow your attention to move inward. Let's take a deep breath and let it out with a sigh. Just release. And again, take a deep breath in and let go even more. I think it was last week I talked about the breath a little more in depth and how important it is. Deep breathing. Just allow your breath to return to normal. And feel that stillness start to fill you. I'd invite you to place your right hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in. And just let something come to mind that you are very grateful for. What are you feeling grateful for in this moment? Let's sit with that for a minute. You notice how still it got? How the energy just shifted here? We can do that anytime we need to. So bring your intention, if you have one, into your mind. And an intention is different from a goal in that we don't have to have a specific ending date. It doesn't even have to be real specific at all. I would invite you to think of something maybe that is causing you a little discomfort in your life. Perhaps it's a relationship or a job. Maybe your kids, you feel like your kids are stressing you out. Even though we know it's not them stressing you, it's you. Something, some situation that you're dealing with. And then just picture how you would like it to look instead. How would you like to feel in this situation? It's all about you. You can only change you. Reality is reality. How would you like to be in this situation? How would you like to respond? How would you like to act different? And maybe that will be your intention tonight, or maybe you have something else that you would like to set your intention for. And I've set my intention to just share this energy with you, to send it. Let's set your intention now just to receive. Just like talking over a cell phone, we don't see how they connect. It's all energy. We know that we can connect and talk to somebody though. Reiki energy is the same. We don't see it. That's how we can do it distant like this. I do distant sessions with my clients all the time. They're amazing. They work equally well as being in person. People can experience different things during Reiki. Some people never really feel or see anything. But typically within a couple of days, they'll notice that something has shifted just a little bit. Something's a little different. They feel a little bit different, and it's for the better. Because Reiki never does harm. Some people will feel like vibration or tingling or numbness. Sometimes you might feel heaviness in a limb or lightness. Some people see colors. Some people see images. Some people feel heat or cold, very common. Some people can feel the energy actually moving around within them. They can feel things shifting, they can feel things releasing. A lot of my clients after a session say that they feel like they were carrying a backpack that they didn't even know that they had. They only know they had it because now it's gone. So if you want to share, even though I can't see your comments now, I do read every one of them afterwards. If there's anything you want to share about something you may or may not be experiencing, I'd love to hear your feedback on that. It's really beautiful, some of the things that people experience during Reiki. Again, if you want to book a private session with me, whether it's here in person or long distance, if you live somewhere else, you can do that on my website, which is just kerriwade.com. The link is in the little comments above here on this post. I would love to have a session with you. People ask me all the time too, how often should you do Reiki? And I always say, that's kind of a personal thing. What are you experiencing right now? Are you going through a medical issue? Are you going through something that is extremely stressful? Grief, anxiety, some things like that. If it's something that's really heavy for you right now, I love doing the back-to-back Reiki sessions. I have a package that's 4 sessions in 4 days, or 5 days, typically is about how they fall. And we do 1 session each day in a row. And wow, it's really, really, really powerful. I've discovered that the Reiki energy kind of builds on itself. And so I'm like looking up over here because I have my eyes closed. The Reiki energy kind of builds on itself, and it tends to strengthen with each session. And so doing them in a short succession like that is really powerful. Really powerful. But for most people, once a month is great. And I do have like some monthly rates and monthly packages. I've got all kinds of packages available. So if you go on my website and go to the services and booking tab, just scroll down through all the different services and the packages come after that. So they're towards the bottom. I also do animal Reiki. Animals love Reiki, and they are very open to it. It's really beautiful. Like I said, Reiki works beautiful on all levels. Anybody going through any kind of medical condition, any healing process. This is an integrative modality. And it works with anything else you're going through. So if you are getting chiropractic care, if you're getting acupuncture, if you're having chemo treatments or dialysis, or you're getting ready to go have surgery, or you just had surgery, you're pregnant, having any issues, or just want some of that extra calm energy before you undertake that whole big birthing process, which once you get to a certain point, you can't get out of, Reiki works beautifully with these things. As does Yoga Nidra. That's why I love doing them together. It's so powerful. Hi, Frida. Hi, Mary. Welcome, you guys. I'm so sorry I can't see your comments tonight, but I promise I will read them all afterwards. I love reading through the comments and hearing what you guys are experiencing, sharing something that's going on with you. So if you're just joining us, my name is Kerri Wade. We're doing some Reiki energy, beautiful healing modality that never does any harm. It starts at that bliss body level, the spiritual level, and it works from the root of the issue. It's not a band-aid. It doesn't start at that end and just give something to make those symptoms go away. It starts at the root of the issue and heals from there. Incredibly powerful for any kind of stress, depression, anxiety, any physical ailments, any trauma. Children love Reiki too. They pick up on that energy very, very quickly. I love working with pregnant women as well, for mamas and the babies. It's magical. I do mobile sessions as well as in-home sessions. In my home, that's where I work out of, in Chandler. But if you are close by me here, I can come to your house or your place of work if you want to put together a group yoga nidra session, meditation session. I can come to your place of work and we'll all take a lunchtime nap together or whatever time you want it. We can do a yoga happy hour. I talked about Yoga Nidra at the beginning of this, so if you missed it and you're curious about it, please go back and listen to that part after this live is over, because it's really amazing stuff. At the end of this, I am going to pull a postcard from Spirit for us. Beautiful messages from Spirit. They always seem to tell us exactly what we need to hear right then. Oh, and I almost forgot. I have my Home Study Reiki 1 and 2 courses available now. And I've actually set them up in private, secret Facebook groups. And so if you are interested in learning Reiki, here's what happens. I add you to that group. You have access to a whole bunch of videos. Reiki 1, I think, has 17 videos. And Reiki 2, I think, is 22 videos, as well as a very comprehensive manual. Now, I've taken all the Reiki classes twice. And I'm telling you what, I feel like I hadn't even really learned that much in the classes I've taken before. From two different teachers, 15 years apart. Well, not quite 15. 12 years apart, I think it was. Maybe 13 years. And the stuff in these manuals is so comprehensive. It's amazing information, and it's very detailed. I'm really blown away by this whole product. And so I am doing some introductory prices for those right now. Just send me a private message if you're interested in that. And I will get in touch with you, and then what we'll do if you're here local and once you finish the different things and you want to do an in-person attunement process, we will do that. If you are not local, then we will set up a time and we will do it energetically. Okay, we will do it distance. I decided to do it this way with like a home study sort of course because I kept having people from other parts of the country ask me about learning how to do Reiki. And in some of these smaller towns and stuff around the country, we were having a hard time finding a Reiki master to teach. And then it kind of grew to where there are people from other countries asking me about learning Reiki, and same thing, had a hard time because I would just try to find them a Reiki master teacher in their area. So anyway, this is one of my part of it was my guidance from Candace Parisi, who I call my business coach, amazing woman. And part of it was something I'd kind of just been turning over in my head for a little bit. So those two parts came together, and it's now a reality. I will have the Reiki 3 Master training up probably within the next week. And so I've got a bunch of other little short classes that I'm going to be putting on there as well. So reach out if you have any interest in that. Okay, well, I'm kind of going over here a little bit time-wise. So let's go ahead and bring our Reiki to a close. And let's just kind of end it the same way we started, with our hand on our heart. Just bring to mind something that you are grateful for right here and now. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a new perspective. Maybe it's a job, an animal, your home. Maybe your own ability to take care of yourself. That's huge. To treasure yourself and honor yourself. To show yourself some love. I think especially as women, we are always doing for everyone, and we forget to fill our own cup sometimes. So come back every Tuesday night and fill your cup up. Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm going to pull a postcard from Spirit. So a deck of cards by Colette Baron Reed. And I can't seem to put them away right so that they all face the right direction. So they're kind of a mess. Thank you guys for being here, and thank you for sharing with your friends, and for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Connor does too. Say hi, Connor. Hi, Connor. Connor loves Reiki. He always wants to be in the room when I'm doing Reiki or Yoga Nidra. Of course, I don't let him when I have clients here, actually, but okay. I'm going for this card right here. Dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention and invite negative reactions from others? Anybody ever felt like that? Is change too daunting? Been there. Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Sometimes still struggle with that one. Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intention take to the wind. Your desires count, and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you cannot possibly know. We know you and love you so deeply and are so happy to support you. Isn't that beautiful? Mm-hmm. So, go for it, my friends. Go for it. Let your freak flag fly. Have a wonderful evening. Have a great week. And I will see you again next Tuesday. Again, if you want to book a one-on-one session with me, just go to kerriwade.com and you can set up a time. I do distance sessions. I do remote sessions. I do in-person sessions. I do mobile sessions. Whatever you need, I'm here, okay? Thank you so much. Peace and blessings, and I'll see you next week. Bye.